Hey y'all, what's up? What's up? Welcome back to a brand new episode of Al You Bugging. I am your boy Alan C. In the place to be. What's going on, y'all? As you can see, before we get into it, follow Al You Bugging on X and Instagram at _Al_you_bugging. Follow the YouTube channel because I'm going live right now on YouTube. I'm going live right now on Twitch. So it's at Al_you_bugging on all platforms. Definitely follow me there. Again, as always, I always give a shout out to my brothers first. Herb, Tay, John, if y'all rocking with me and listening, I appreciate it. Let's get into these games, man. All right, so preseason week has kicked off. Thursday, New York played the. I'm sorry. Let me pull them up. My bad. On Thursday, the Giants beat the Lions 14-3, and the Patriots beat the Panthers 17-3. Let's kick off the Patriots game first. Um, I like what I seen out of the Tennessee quarterback, um, Herndon Hooker. Is his name? No, Joe Milton. Excuse me, Joe Milton. Is his name? Love what I saw out of him. Um, Bailey Zappi led the Patriots in passing with 108 passing yards. Terrell Jennings led with 38 rushing yards. And then Kayshon Boutte was the leading receiver for the Patriots with 53 yards. Um, and for the Panthers, on the Panther side, Jake Plummer had 86 passing yards. Mike Boone had 34 rushing yards. And Jordan Matthews added and 48 receiving yards. But yeah, Joe Milton. The two rookies played for the Patriots. Drake May went 2 for 3 for 19 yards, and then Joe Milton went 4 for 6 for 54 yards and a touchdown. No interceptions, so it was clean across the board for New England. When it came to rushing, like I said, as a team they had 113 yards. Joe Milton had 5 carries for 22 yards. Terrell Jennings had 38 yards, and Kevin Harris had 22 yards with a touchdown. Leading receivers was Kayshon Boutte, like I said, and Jaquay Jackson had 38 yards. But again, the rookie looked pretty good. Joe Milton, the sixth round rookie. Joe Milton looked pretty good for them. On the Panthers side, Bryce Young did not play, but Jake Luton went 7 for 9 for 38 yards, and Jake Plummer 11 for 21 with 86 yards. So they moved the ball. Again, they didn't score a touchdown, but they kind of moved the ball a little bit. Jordan Matthews had 48 receiving yards. Amir Smith-Marset had 24 receiving yards for the Patriots and Panthers. But again, my main takeaway was the rookies. And again, on the Giants side, speaking of rookies, their first round pick, Neighbors, played 12 snaps but didn't catch a pass. And a lot of that was due to offensive line that was in front of him. But the rookie, Hendon Hooker for the Lions, went 5 for 9 with 36 yards, no touchdowns, no interceptions. The Giants rookie running back played pretty well as well. What is his name? Tyrone Tracy, 5 carries, 26 yards. Again, first preseason snaps. Eric Gray, 4 carries for 52 yards, led the Giants with rushing. Again, they won 14-3. Not too much to take away there. Like I said, I did like the rookie Hendon Hooker. Trying to remember where he actually went to school. So I remember scouting him. But he played pretty well. Last night, let's get into it, man. Y'all know I'm a Ravens fan. I'm a football fan, but my home team is the Ravens. And just going off of what they did last night, let me give you the numbers and then let me give you my breakdown. So, as you can see the score, Eagles beat the Ravens 16-13. Kenny Pickett is a preseason All-Star at this point, with 89 yards and a touchdown. Kendall Milton, 39 rushing yards, and John Ross had 28 receiving yards. On the Ravens side, quarterback Josh Johnson, 62 passing yards. No touchdowns, no interceptions, though. Owen Wright did look good. 7 carries for 33 yards. And Dayton Wade, 27 receiving yards, 4 catches. It was just not a good offensive showing for the Ravens. They could never, neither one of the quarterbacks could keep drives going. I believe at one point we were 1 for 9 on third down. Josh Johnson, like I said, 4 for 12. It's like 25% for 62 yards. And Devin Lurie went 60%, 6 of 10 for 37 yards. Rasheen Ali and Owen Wright did most of the carrying, but Rasheen Ali only averaged 2.6 yards, while Owen Wright had 4.7. Dayton Wade caught 4 passes. I thought he played pretty well. Tylan Wallace, 2 for 26. Again, he's a preseason All-Star at this point as well. Pretty solid player. The defense, Nate Wiggins looked pretty good. I haven't received word yet today what his injury was, but before he went out, he was playing pretty well. I like that pickup when we made it. So hopefully he can come back soon and he can continue with his young career this season before he gets back before the season kicks off, because we got a hell of a test coming up week 1, especially looking how that pass rush looked. If you give Pat Mahomes that much time, the way we played, the way we gave quarterbacks time, it's not going to work. I get it. Our starters did not play. Trenton Simpson looked pretty good. He led the way with tackles. On the defensive side, they tell him, he got gas. You need to work on that win. But again, we just got back to training camp. You need to work on that win a little bit. But we need that pass rush rotation, because right now we have Duffy and we have Van Noy starting on the edge. And, behind them, you want to see Ojabo if he can get cleared pretty soon here. You want to see Tavius Robertson start taking steps to in that rotation. The offensive line. Now, again, Linderbaum did not start, but the actual starting offensive line, Linderbaum and Staley was out, but the actual starting offensive line looked pretty good. Don't let the 25% for Josh Johnson fool you. He definitely did have some time back there. Owen Wright did have holes when it was time for him to run. So, offensive line, which is a big spot for competition. I think Voorhees looked pretty good in the run. Rosengarten definitely held his own on that edge over there. Sometimes I seen him taking on 2. So he played pretty well. All right. It's preseason, so let me give y'all the state of the AFC South. We're going to do the South this time. Let me add this up. All right, so best coaches of the AFC South. I'm going to put them in order for y'all. I'm going with Doug Peterson, former Super Bowl champion. My fault. Doug Peterson, former Super Bowl champion with the Eagles. I want to see how he turns his offense around or continue to turn his offense around. his first season with the Jaguars, he went to the playoffs and won a playoff game. Second season, people got hurt. They didn't make it back. Now this is his third season with Jacksonville. I want to see if they get some traction and actually make the playoffs this year. The second is reigning coach of the year, DeMeco Ryans. Amazing young coach, growing with his quarterback in the second year. Want to see them take a step forward. Shane Steichen for the Colts. I'm putting him third. Again, good offensive mind, was the coordinator for the Philadelphia Eagles when they went to the Super Bowl. So I want to see how he steps forward. And then rookie Bryce Callahan finished in second as his first time head coach. And he has space to grow. That team, you got to rebuild, starting to rebuild. They lost players. Rebuilding there. So my order, like I said, Doug Peterson, DeMeco Ryans, Shane Steichen, and Brian Callahan. Give me 1 second. Sorry about that. So we have the AFC South coaches. In addition to the AFC South, we got Eric Armstead was added to the Jacksonville Jaguars. Stephon Diggs was traded over to Houston. Raekwon Davis came over to Indianapolis from Miami, and Super Bowl champion L'Jarius Sneed is now a Tennessee Titan. Former Kansas City corner, now a Tennessee Titan. So they lost. Jacksonville lost Rayshawn Jenkins, safety. Texans lost Jonathan Grenard, linebacker. Running back Zach Moss is now with Cincinnati, so he's no longer a Colt. And Derrick Henry is also went to the AFC North as a Raven, of course, and no longer a Tennessee Titan. All right, and draft picks that they added so far. The Colts drafted Latu in the first round. They also drafted Adonai Mitchell and Matt Goncalves. Jaguars added Brian Thomas Jr., Mason Smith, and Jerry Jones and Javon Foster. The Texans added lockdown corner from Georgia, Kamari Lassiter, Blake Fisher, Kalen Bullock, and Cade Stover, tight end Cade Stover. Titans' first round pick was Alabama tackle J.C. Latham, T'Vondre Sweat from Texas, and Cedric Gray was added to the Titans. All right, so let me rank the quarterbacks in this division. I'm going C.J. Stroud first. I think C.J. Stroud will secure a top 5 spot as far as quarterbacks this year. I think he could easily fit in that 5 spot behind, Mahomes, Lamar, Burrow, Josh Allen. I think those 4 solidified as the top 4, no matter what order you put them in. And then at 5, it could be C.J. Stroud. Trevor Lawrence is, I believe, the second best quarterback in that division. I want to see him step up and prove to me that he is who I say he is. But right now, I got him at the second best quarterback in the AFC South. Anthony Richardson is the third best quarterback in the AFC South. Hopefully, he can stay healthy and showcase his athleticism that he did in the combine and at Florida and wherever he was before he transferred to Florida. Will Levis is going into his second year as a starter, locked in. I have him at 4th. So hopefully, he has a great season and we can talk about moving that around some. All right, over under, y'all. Colts is at 9.5. I'm sorry, Colts and the Texans are both at 9.5. I think that's too high for the Colts. So I think it's too low for the Texans. So for the Colts, I'm going with the under, and the Texans, I'm going with over. Jaguars is right behind them with an 8.5 over under. I'm going with the over on this one. Again, could be a hard pick, and they might be right over. I might give them 9 wins. And then Tennessee Titans with 6.5. I think that's fair. I may give them 6 and 11 this season. So I'm going to go with the under for Tennessee. But it's close. All right, y'all. Top 5 players. And top 5 players in the AFC South. No particular order. Laramie Tunsil, the tackle for Houston. Also for Houston, I put their quarterback, C.J. Stroud, and Stephon Diggs. For Jacksonville, I have Josh Allen Hines. And for Tennessee, I'm going with L'Jarius Sneed. Just came over, but he is a lockdown corner, probably one of the best, if not the best, corner last year. And Tennessee gets that addition. That's how I have the AFC South shaken out. All right, last week I did the quarterback tier. I'm going to do wide receiver tier this week. Hopefully it is better for y'all than the quarterback tier I did last week. I'm going to start off with the honorable mentions, Ravens. For wide receiver tier, I am doing their top 2 wide receivers in my mind. So I have Ravens, I have Atlanta, I have the Chiefs, I have the Panthers, and I have the Bills and the Broncos in no particular order. They're just outside of that top 20. Bottom half of that 20. Again, no particular order. Christian Kirk and Gabe Davis for Jacksonville. Like both of these guys stretch the field. Amari Cooper and Jerry Jeudy is now in Cleveland. Washington has Scary Terry and Dotson. The Colts with Pittman. And the Saints with Olave and Olave and Shaheed. Excuse me. All right, on that third tier, so this is top 15. Again, no particular order. I got the Jets with Mike Will and Garrett Wilson. Also have the Seahawks with Lockett and DK Metcalf. The Rams, Cooper Kupp and Puka Nacua. Tennessee has Hopkins and Calvin Ridley now. And then Houston with Stephon Diggs, like we talked about, and Nico Collins. I got them at top 15 pairing for wide receivers. All right, y'all, the top 10 tiers. Again, no order, y'all, no order. Mike Evans and Chris Godwin. Also have Devontae Adams and Jacoby Myers. And then you have Dallas with CD and Brandon Cooks. San Francisco, Brandon Ayuk and Deebo Samuels. Right now, as of today, Brandon Ayuk is still a 49er, so I'm keeping that pair together right now. And then Cincinnati's duo of Chase and Higgins is still one of the top 10 pairings in the league. And then top five, tier one, AJ Brown and Devontae Smith. Mike Evans, Lord. Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle. DJ Moore, Keenan Allen. Justin Jefferson with Jordan Addison is a scary pair. And then St. Brown, Amon-Ra St. Brown, and Jameson Williams. I think those are the top five pairings in the NFL when it comes to wide receivers. All right, y'all. So you just did the AFC South. Let me do the NFC South real quick, y'all. Raheem Morris, Todd Bowles, Dennis Allen, and then again rookie Dave Canales. Raheem Morris got a Super Bowl. Todd Bowles got a Super Bowl. Dennis Allen has been coaching before, so that's why I have that order. Additions. So the Tampa Bay Buccaneers added on Bryce Hall. The Atlanta Falcons added on Kirk Cousins. The Saints have added on Willie Gay Jr. And the Panthers have added on Jadeveon Clowney. I'm trying to see who else they added. But besides those listed right there, the Buccaneers have added in Ben Bredeson, Randy Gregory, and Jordan Whitehead. The Falcons, like I said, Kirk Cousins. They also added Darnell Mooney. They also added Rondell Moore, but he's going to be out, and then Ray McLeod. So they had some. They tried to go with some speed wide receivers again. Rondell Moore got to come back healthy next year. With the Saints, they have, like I said, Willie Gay. They added Shane Lemieux from Giants. EQ St. Brown. They added Cedric Wilson, and they also added Chase Young. All right, and then the departures, the Buccaneers lost Carlton Davis. They also lost Shaq Barrett. Ryan Jensen retired, and Devin White is now a Jet, I believe. The Falcons lost Matt Hennessy, who's been on that line for a long time. They also lost Johnny Smith, Matt Hollins, and Jeff Okudah. The Panthers, they lost Jeremy Chin, YGM, Yatir Gross-Matos. They lost Brian Burns in a trade to the Giants, and they lost Frankie Luvu. And then the Saints, Michael Thomas was released. Zach Braun, they lost Michael Roach as well. Jameis Winston is a Buccaneer. I'm sorry, not a Buccaneer, excuse me, a Bengal. And Isaac Yiadom left Saints as well. All right, so the draft picks, Buccaneers picked up Graham Barton, lineman out of Duke. Chris Broswell, Taki Smith, Jalen McMillan, wide receiver, and Bucky Irvin from Oregon, running back from Oregon. The Falcons drafted Michael Penix Jr., who had a hell of a night last night as well, playing against Miami. Rook Ohorohu and Braylon Trice, defensive end from Washington. So Penix and Trice stay together and go to Atlanta. The Panthers, they drafted Xavier Legette. They drafted Jonathan Brooks, Trevor Wallace, Jatavian Sanders, and Chew Smith-Wade. And the Saints added in Talise Fuaga, Kool-Aid McKinstry, and Spencer Rattler, quarterback. Used to be for Oklahoma, also used to play for South Carolina. All right, so put the NFC quarterbacks in order. I'm going to go with Kirk Cousins first. Then I'm going to go Derek Carr. Then I'm going to go Baker Mayfield. And Bryce Young had a subpar rookie season, especially as a number one pick. But I'm expecting Bryce Young to pick it back up with these wide receivers. If his receiving core can stay healthy, I have Bryce Young at the bottom and could be climbing. All right. So in the top 5 for the NFC South players, no particular order. I got Jesse Bates, Chris Lindstrom from the Falcons. I have Antoine Winfield and Tristan Wirfs from the Buccaneers, and Demario Davis, linebacker for the Saints. So we'll put the division in order and over under. So they have Buccaneers. I'm sorry, they have the Falcons at 9.5 winning the division. I'm comfortable with saying that they're going to be. I might get that a push. I'm gonna go over. I'm gonna give them 10. And then next they had the Buccaneers who won the division last year at 8.5. I'm gonna give them an over. I'm gonna say that they're gonna be at 9. So Falcons at 10, Buccaneers at 9. Next they have the Saints at 7.5. Gonna go over. If they stay healthy, I'm gonna go over for the Saints, but not much. I might put them at 9 wins as well. And then for the Panthers, 5.5 is, I think these are fairly accurate. I'm gonna go ahead and get the Panthers 6 wins to say they'll be over as well, but not by much. So how I see the division shaking out, like I said, Falcons with 10 wins, Buccaneers and Saints with 9, and then Panthers with about 6 wins. All right. So preseason football today, we have the Commanders and Jets. Jayden Daniels is playing right now. He made his debut. Caleb Williams makes his debut against Buffalo Bills on today as well at 1 o'clock Eastern. Vegas and Minnesota plays at 4 Eastern. Green Bay and Cleveland, Tampa Bay and Cincinnati, Kansas City, Jacksonville, San Francisco, Tennessee, Seattle Chargers, and New Orleans playing the Cardinals. And then tomorrow, to complete week 1, Denver and Indiana are playing. I'm sorry, Indianapolis. Denver and Indianapolis are playing at 1, and then the Cowboys play the Rams at 4:30. So I'm interested in seeing the rookies. Like I said, Jayden Daniels playing right now. I'm going to check him out. And then Chicago Bear, Caleb Williams is playing right now. I'm going to go ahead and I'm sorry, not right now. I'm playing at 1. I'm going to check them out today while I sit back. All right, y'all. It's time for Al You Bugging. All right, y'all. I am your boy Alan C, and that has been another Al You Bugging. We'll catch y'all next week. Be blessed, be productive, be more. Love you. I'm out.